Yes, sir. Ang topic ko po ay strategy and yung ganun din po kanina, bale parang continuation lang naman po yung sa akin, parang refresher ulit. Okay po. Ito po yung mga keywords kanina: strategy, mission, strategic intent. Bale, na-discuss na rin po kanina ng umaga ng ating mga kasamang reporter. Bale, ulitin na lang ulit po natin para ma-refresh lang ulit tayo. Strategy is a comprehensive plan for allocating resources to achieve long-term organization goals. Ganun pa rin po yung strategy for long-term organization goals pa rin siya. Mission is a clear and lofty sense of why you exist. Yung mission kanina, na-discuss na rin po ni Ma'am Ellen kanina. Strategic intent is a clear and lofty sense of where you are going. A strategy is a comprehensive action plan for allocating resources to accomplish a long-term goals. Ganun pa rin po, long-term goals pa rin yung strategy. And importantly, strategy focuses attention on the competitive environment. Whether for a government, a large or small business, a non-profit or personal career, a strategy represents a best guess about what to do to be successful in the face of rivalry and changing conditions. A good strategy provides a plan for allocating and using resources with a consistent sense of mission. Bali, yung mission is a clear and lofty sense of why you exist. The strategic intent may be to inspire the world to learn. While mission and strategic intent provide the targets, strategy provides the plan for reaching them. With partnership of mission and strategic intent keeps everyone headed in the same direction, avoid having things veer off track, and gets the best value from resources. Bali, ito po, pinakita na rin kanina yung flow ng mission. Ito po yung process ng strategic management. Bali, pinakita na rin po kaninang umaga yung pag-process sa kanya. Bali, refresh lang ulit natin. What is competitive advantages? It is the ability to outperform rivals. Yung isa naman, a sustainable competitive advantage is achieved in ways that are difficult to imitate. Ultimate, a good strategy helps to achieve competitive advantage, being able to outperform rivals. Bali sa competitive advantages po, yun nga, yung mga rivals mo, pwede ka magkaroon ng edge sa kanila. Kunwari sa business, sa isang business sa kanya, ito yung advantage mo para magkaroon ka ng edge sa ibang rivals mo. Think about Apple and its iPad. It was first to market with an innovative product thinking design, technology, and customer appeal. And it was all backed by a super efficient supply chain. As one industry analyst said, Apple moved to the goalpost before most of their competitors even took the field. The very best strategies provide something more sustainable competitive advantage. This doesn't mean that the competitive advantage lasts forever, but does mean that it's difficult competitors to imitate. Bali, ang example po dito ay yung sa Apple. Bali, yung mga iPhone, ang sabi niya dito, hindi ganun, hindi naman ganun kamasa ang cellphone na Apple, pero bakit siya nabibili? Kasi unang-una, yung supply niya consistent, saka isa pa ay mahirap i-imitate kasi yung Apple, mahirap talagang i-imitate yan, hindi gaya ng ibang cellphone na gawan China pa rin na na-imitate nila. Samantalang yung Apple talagang hindi nila makayang ma-imitate dahil gawa doon sa OS niya. Iba kasi ang OS ng Apple kaysa doon sa Android. Ito, strategic management. Ganun pa rin kayo na, refresh ulit natin. Is the process of formulating and implementing strategies to accomplish long-term goals and sustain competitive advantage. The essence of strategic management, looking ahead, understanding the environment and the organization, and effective positioning the organization for competitive advantage in changing times. Strategic management is successful when organizations, even those operating in an environment of hyper competition, achieve sustainable competitive advantage and earn above average returns. Successful strategies are crafted from insightful understanding of competitive environment as well as intimate knowledge of the organization, and they are implemented with commitment and resolution. Ito pa rin po yung kanina, yung pinakita ni Ma'am Ellen, yung dalawang phase ng strategic management, yung strategy formulation, strategy, saka yung strategy implementation. The first strategic management responsibility is strategy formulation, the process of creating strategy. This involves assessing existing strategies, the organization, and your environment to develop new strategies and strategic plans capable of delivering future competitive advantage. This process is associated with a set of 5 strategic questions. What is our business mission? Who are our customers? What do our customers consider value? What have been our results? What is our plan? Bali yung 5 question daw para masagot kung anong strategy formulation ang gagawin mo. The second strategic management responsibility is strategy implementation, the process of allocating resources and putting strategies into action. Once strategies are created, they must be successfully acted on to achieve the desired results. This is the responsibility of putting strategies and strategic plans into action. Every organizational and management system must be mobilized to support and reinforce the accomplishment of strategies. The scarce resources must be used for maximum impact on performance. All of this in return requires a commitment to mastering the full range of strategic management. Bale, yun nga po, nirefresh lang ulit natin yung meaning ng strategy saka management. What is portfolio planning? In a single product of single business organization, the strategic context is one industry. Corporate strategy and business strategy are the same. The resource and are allocated at the basis. When organizations move into different industries, resulting into multiple product of service offerings, they become internally more complex and often large in size. This makes resource allocation a more challenging strategic management task since the mix of business must be well managed. The strategy problem is similar to the faced by an individual with limited money who must choose between alternative shares, bonds, and real estate in their personal investment portfolio. In multi-business situation, strategy formulation also involves portfolio planning to allocate the resource. Bali, ang pinakang objective naman po ng portfolio planning ay mag-allocate ng resources sa mga sa operation kahit yung mga limited sources na kailangan mong i-allocate para ma-sustain yung operation ng organization. Next, organization use corporate business and functional strategies. Bali, ang sabi dito, ang organization daw ay may ginagamit ng mga kanya-kanyang strategy. Bali, ang example dito, corporate business and functional. Corporate strategy sets long-term direction for the total enterprise. Ang corporate strategy po ay sineset para sa long-term direction for total enterprise. A business strategy identifies how a division of strategic business until will compete in its product or service domain. A functional strategy guides activities in a specific area of operations. I-apply natin siya. You can identify strategies at these levels in most organizations. And guides resource used for the organization as a whole. The strategic question of the corporate strategy level is, in what industries and markets should we compete? Bali sa corporate strategy po, yun nga po, ang isa sa mga tanong doon ay, in what industries and markets should we compete? Bali, ito ay mga malalaking company na kayang makipagsabayan sa mga malalaking company rin. In large complex organizations such as Pepsi Corporation, IBM, and General Electric, decision on corporate strategy identify how the firm intends to compete across multiple industries, business, and markets. Bali ang mga malaking kumpanya dito, sila na yung nagde-decide kung anong market ang pinapapasukin nila or i-compete nila. While in business strategy, focus on strategic intent for a single business unit or product line. Bali sa business naman po, bali ang strategy nila ay para lang doon sa product or services na line nila. The strategic question of at the business strategy level is how are we going to compete for customer within this industry and in this market? Yun, yung gan naman ang laban ng mga maliit na negosyo, business strategy. Kunwari, dito sa Buwak, maraming mga nagtitinda ng mga, yung mga marami ng restaurant dito. Yun, sila nagko-compete. Siyempre, gagawa sila ng business strategy para makipag-compete sa other restaurant. 'Di ba yung iba may milk tea, pasarapan, french fries, may free na french fries 'yon. Pasarapan sila doon. 'Yun yung tinatawag sa business strategy. For a smaller single business enterprise, the business strategy and the corporate strategy are one and the same. Functional strategy. Functional strategy guides activities to implement higher level business and corporate strategies. This level of strategy unfolds with a specific functional area such as marketing, manufacturing, finance, or human resource. The strategic question for functional strategies is how can we best use resources within the function to support the business strategy? Answers to the question involve a wide variety of practices and initiatives to improve operating efficiency, product quality, customer service, and innovative. Bali sa functional strategies naman po, magsiset ka ng isang specific na area para yun naman ang inyong palakasin. Kunwari, marketing. Yun, maggagawa kayo ng planos para may market ang product nyo or ang services ng organization. Or naman sa manufacturing, gagawa kayo ng strategy para may improve ang inyong manufacture. Kung kulang ang manufacture sa market, yan, gagawa kayo ng plano para mag-produce ng karagdagang products or services. Ay, nakita po? Nandiyan po ba screen, sir?
Ito po, sir.
Wait lang, nagangsa po. Wait lang po. Yun. Next is the growth and diversification strategies. These strategies is focus on expansion. Growth strategy involves expansion of the organization's current operation. Growth through concentration means within an existing business area. Bali ang sinasabi dito, yung growth strategy ay yung pag-expand ng operation ng isang organization. We often hear about the organization trying to get bigger. They are pursuing growth strategies to increase the size and scope of the current operation. Many executives view growth as necessary for long-run profitability. But you should probably question this assumption and probe deeper right from the start. Is growth always the best path? And its strategic choice to grow, how should it be accomplished? Bali maraming company ang gumagawa ng expansion. Example na lang ay yung San Miguel Corporation. Dati ang San Miguel Corporation lang ay sa beverages sila nag-focus nung araw. Tapos nang lumaki na expansion nila, pinasok na rin nila ang pure foods na nabili na rin nila. Then, ngayon ang San Miguel gumagawa na ng mga skyway, mga highways. Yun, isa sa mga ginawa nila ay yung growth strategy. Bali, nag-expand sila ng business ko nila, scope sa ang size. The next is strategy of growth through concentration. 6, expansion with the existing business area. One in which the firm, the experience and presumably expertise. You don't see Chiptal trying to grow by buying bookstore or gas station. Instead, the company keeps opening more restaurants. Bali, ito yung sa Amerika, imbis na mag-expand sila, ginagawa lang nila ay nag-open lang sila ng maraming restaurant. You don't see Walmart trying to grow by buying a high-end department store, a cell phone company. Instead, the company keeps opening more Walmart stores. These are classic growth by concentration strategies. Sa Pilipinas naman, isa sa mga food chain na sikat sa atin, siyempre yung Jollibee. Bali, hindi lang expansion ng ginagawa nila, kundi minsan binibili rin nila yung mga kalaban nila, 'di ba? Yung dati Greenwich, kalaban nila, binili na nila. Chowking, binili na rin nila. Tapos yung Mang Inasal, yun, nakuha na rin nila. Bali, hindi naman totally tawag ito, nag-expand ng masyadong malaki yung line nila, pero nasa food chain pa rin sila. Kumbaga, parang vertical din lang naman yung business nila. Growth through diversification and vertical integration. Growth through diversification means expansion by entering related or new business areas. Growth through vertical integration occurs by acquiring suppliers or distributors. Growth can also take place through diversification, where expansion occurs by entering new business areas. As you might expect, diversification involves risk because the firm may be moving outside its existing areas of competency. One way to moderate the risk to pursue related diversification, expanding into similar or complementary new business areas. Pepsi Company did this when it purchased Tropicana. Although Tropicana's fruit juice were new to Pepsi, the business is related to the expertise in the beverage industries. Bali yun, ganun pa rin yung sa Pepsi, binili nila yung Tropicana, pero nasa drinks pa rin naman yung business. Parang online pa rin naman yung negosyo nila. Parang nag-expand lang ng konti. Some firms pursue unrelated diversification. Ito naman yung unrelated, balang wala dun sa linya nila. By seeking growth in entirely new business areas. Example dito yung the Exxon once owned IZAD. Yung Exxon sa Amerika, ito isang oil gas company. Tapos minsan nag-own sila ng IZAD. Yung IZAD naman isang clothing company, bali parang malayo. From oil gas to clothing brand. Yun yung unrelated diversification. Does that make sense? Can you see the risk this example and understand why growth through unrelated diversification might cause problems? Bali ito nga, baka medyo magka-problema in case na ang isang organization ay mag-pursue unrelated diversification kasi nga iba yung linya mo, tapos iba yung kukunin mong pag nag-expand ka, iba rin yung company na makukuha mo or ibang business yung makukuha mo, ibang line. Kaya medyo risky talaga siya. Research is quite clear that business performance may decline for firms that get into much unrelated diversification. Bali, risky siya. Diversification can also take the form of vertical integration. This is where a business acquires its suppliers backward vertical integration or its distributors forward vertical integration. Backward vertical integration is evident at Apple Computer. The firm bought chip manufacturers to give it more privacy and sophistication in developing microprocessors. In beverage, both Coca-Cola and Pepsi Cola have pursued forward vertical integration by purchasing major bottlers. Bali yun nga yung vertical integration, yung ginagawa ng Coca-Cola sa Pepsi. Binibili nila yung mga maliliit na mga butlers na mga yung ka level ng business nila. Next is restructuring and divestiture strategies focused on consolidation. what is retrenchment strategy? Changes operation to correct weakness. Liquidation occurs when a business closes and sells its asset to pay creditors. Restructuring reduces the scale or mix of operation. Downsizing decreases the size of operation. Divestiture involves selling of parts of the organization to refocus attention on core business areas. When an organization run into performance difficulties, perhaps because of too much growth and diversification, these problems have to be solved. Bali, pag nagkaroon ng problema, siyempre gagawa tayo ng panibagong strategy. A retrenchment strategy seeks to correct weakness by making radical changes to the organization's current ways of operating. Yung retrenchment strategy, ito ay ginagawa in case na ang isang operation ay may konting problema or medyo hindi angkop para dun sa mission or vision nila, yun, gagawa sila ng strategy. Yun yung tinatawag na retrenchment para i-correct yung mga mali or mga mahihinang tawag dito, mga mali or mga hindi naman totally mali kundi yung mahinang pamaraan ng strategy nila. The most extreme form of retrenchment is liquidation, where a business closes down and sells the assets to pay creditors. Ito naman ay parang yung bankruptcy. Siyempre, pag nalulugi na, ayun na, ibebenta na yung asset nila para mabayaran yung mga pinagkakautangan nila. A less extreme and more common form of retrenchment is restructuring. This involves making major future success. Ito namang restructuring naman, ito naman ay parang re-engineering. Bali, ang gagawin nila, magagawa sila ng strategy na mabawasan yung cost mga product nila or services within that cuts the size of operations and reduces workforce. When you hear about organization downsizing by across-the-road cuts, however, you might when cutbacks are done selectively and focus on key performance objects. Ito naman downsizing, ito yung isang organization na, yun nga, kung masyadong mataas ang operating expenses nila, yun, magde-decide sila ng downsizing. Bali, magre-reduce sila ng workforce. Kunwari, yung ma-meet pa rin nila yung kunwari yung product or items na ginagawa nila na ma-meet pa rin nila yung na hindi maapektuhan yung output nila. Pero kahit na nagbawas na sila ng work, nakakatulong sa nakakaapekto sa gastos ng isang organization. Finally, restructuring to refocus on core competence, cut costs and improve operating efficiency. This type of retrenchment often occurs when organizations have become too diversified. Ito naman ay yung benta nila yung ibebenta nila yung ibang sa isang project or sa isang services or isang product na yun talaga ang nila parang bread and butter nila. Doon na lang sila mag-focus. Global strategies. Organization strategy uses standardized products and advertise worldwide. A multi-domestic strategy customized products and advertising to fit local markets. A transnational strategy integrates global operation without having a strong national identity. The world's diverse population and economies offer a variety of growth opportunities for business. Many large U.S. firms, including Yum brands internationally, but the growth opportunities of international business pose challenge that firms address in different ways. Bali, ang sabi dito, karamihan sa mga revenues nila ay majority galing internationally. One large market. Bali, ang ibig sabihin niya, yung kunwari yung product niya, i-introduce niya hindi lang doon sa main na country niya, kundi ganun din ilalabas niya sa ibang bansa. They try to advertise and sell standard products for use everywhere. For example, Gillette. Gillette sells and advertise the latest razors around the world. Thus, you get the same product in Italy or South Africa as in America. Also, siyempre, ganun din sa Asia, meron din naman Gillette dito. Bali, yung product nila, ito ng firms for pursuing a multi-domestic strategy. By contrast, Bristol, Myers, Procter & Gamble, and Unilever all vary their products to match consumer preference in different countries and culture. Bali, dito naman sa domestic strategy, nila yung product nila depende sa cultures nila. Kunwari, iba ang things sa mga, especially sa Middle East. Kasi Muslim ang mga tao doon. Drugs or food sa kanila, kung kunwari mga food processing, kailangan halal standard siya. Kasi sa mga Muslim, may standard silang sinusunod. Dapat yung pagkain or gamot or mga vitamins, walang mga kasamang mga elements na bawal sa nila, hindi nila tawag ito, hindi pasok sa standards nila. Ganun din sa mga gamot, mga pagkain, mga inumin, kailangan halal approved siya. Hindi gaya sa Pilipinas na okay lang tayo na anong tawag ito. Basta, yung standard natin, basta approve lang ng FDA, okay na. Pero sa mga Muslim countries, maliban sa approve ng mga food nila, dapat upwards. Firms using transfer markets worldwide. A transaction now instead to blend seamlessly with the global economy. Ford, for example, strives to a global brand, not just an American one. It draws on design, manufacturing, and distribution expertise from around the world and modifies product in regions to meet local taste. Bali, ito namang transnational strategy, bali, ang ginagawa naman nila, yung product nila ay dinidesign sa region, depende sa customer nila. In case America, wala kang makikitang Toyota Vios or Toyota Wigo doon. Kasi ang mga Amerikano ay malalaking tao sa kanya. Bali, hindi applicable yung mga maliit na sasakyan sa Amerika. Kaya wala kang makikita na Toyota na Wigo or Vios sa Amerika. Bali, pang Asian countries lang siya. Kaya ang bansa gaya ng Europe, America, yung malalaking sasakyan nila, kunwari, yung Toyota Prius, yun yung kotse na medyo malaki. Toyota Land Cruiser, yan, kahit Amerikano or European na mga tao, at least malaki siya yun. Pasok sa local taste nila yun. Alliance and partnerships. In a strategic alliance, organization join together in partnership to pursue an area of mutual interest. Yun daw, strategic alliance, parang merging or collaboration collaboration tribals on projects of mutual benefit. Ito medyo ngayon ko rin lang naman narinig to. Strategy working with tribals, bali makikipag-work ka sa kalaban mo. The trend today is toward more cooperation among organizations of an area of mutual interest. A common form involves outsourcing alliance, contracting to purchase specialized services from another organization. An example is the organization that outsources its IT function in the billing area. Cooperation also takes the form of supplier alliance, which guarantee a smooth and timely flow of quality supplies among alliance partners and distributions. Alliance where firms join together to accomplish yung ibang mga organization, nagme-merge sila or nagko-collaborate para yung interest nila ay mapagsama kasi minsan kunwari ang isang organization yun makikimit yung kinakailangan lang resources. Some cooperation strategies even involve strategic alliance which competition. Lufthansa are international competitors, but they cooperate in the Star Alliance network that allows customer to book both airlines flight and share frequent flyers programs. Bali ito naman yung rival na nag-merge sila para yung services nila ay pwedeng mag-merge, pwedeng yung customer ng isa at customer ng isa pwedeng mag-book ng flight. Likewise, luxury car competitors Daimler and BMW. Yung Daimler sa BMW, sila yung mga German company ng mga sasakyan. Si Daimler, si BMW ay mga hybrid cars. Bali, nagsawag natin yan doon sa Shelby sa Ford, Shelby na Mustang kung kilala niyo yung Mustang na kotse. Okay. Bali yun, partnership siya ng Ford saka ng Mustang. Yun lang po, sir. At good afternoon po. Hello po.